Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP Crypto Wolf shared the following tweet with his 307,100 followers earlier today. It's simply as follows. Why is XRP going down? And that's a fair enough question. Everybody's been looking at the price action. At the time I'm recording this, XRP's gotten as low as 62 cents. Before I started recording, it was about 63 cents. What's going on? XRP is the only large cap cryptocurrency on the entire damn planet that has legal clarity in the United States. This was supposed to moonshot us, right? We're supposed to have new all-time highs by now. Well, I never pretended to know for sure whether or not that would happen. I've always acknowledged I don't know, and I don't make price predictions. I'm not going to do that. But now we know the answer. The answer is no, that wasn't going to set us new all-time highs. But still, price going down after this? Some people are concerned. Are some of you losing the euphoric feeling that you had in the middle of July last year when we got this legal clarity? Because I will tell you this, I'm not. I am just as happy as ever to be here. And I do not believe for a moment that this means that something is fundamentally wrong with, in terms of how XRP is being treated or this or that. And I'm going to show you why I firmly believe that. I'm going to try and dispel what I think are, one or two false narratives around this, and also highlight that there's no shortage of analysts that firmly believe that we are going to be seeing moves to the upside led by Bitcoin. And yeah, XRP is my favorite cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin leads markets almost always. Almost every important move ever has been because, in crypto anyway, has been because of Bitcoin. Cool. I understand how it works, and then money rotates into large cap coins ultimately. Ideally, alt season one day. I get it. So I'll just tell you why I, personally, am not the least bit concerned. I think that this asset class is going to be way bigger in the future, and it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, price fluctuations and feel emotions as a result of that make you feel a bit down or sad. But that's why I'll just say, gather around the fire, children. It's story time with Uncle Moon Lambo. Before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So we've got narratives like this. I mean, look at these scary headlines from the Crypto Basic. XRP loses over $2.3 billion market cap amid recent court ruling. Then there's this. Next XRP support and resistance levels as XRP drops 29% amid waning post-ruling thrill. Well, I can only speak for myself on this point. My post-ruling thrill has not waned at all. Okay, fine, maybe the first day or two was a bit more exciting, but I'm still thrilled about it because I understand the implications of this. XRP's back on all the cryptocurrency exchanges that delisted it. I mean, if there's any that haven't responded in kind yet, then point them out to me. Maybe I'm missing some. But all the biggest exchanges, whether it's Coinbase or Binance US or Kraken, just pick the exchange, XRP's back. And this is the rule of the land. And now, XRP itself is not a security. Yes, I'm still absolutely thrilled about this because I understand that we're in the point in the market cycle before we hit euphoria. This is where the real opportunity is for those who are interested in building positions. And I'm not advocating for you to buy or sell anything. I'm just sharing with you what I personally believe conceptually. And so if you look at this article, wait a minute, $2.3 billion market cap amid recent going down. Well, what are they talking about here? And I just don't buy this narrative, so I'm only going to spend a minute on this, roughly. I'm going to be as quick as possible on this. I made a whole video about this, breaking down why I think it's kind of silly, but there's this judge in the Terra Luna case, remember the Do Kwon, which is what caused the crypto collapse in May of last year. And then, the contagion that spread with Celsius and Three Arrows Capital, that crap. Well, there was a development in the Terra Luna case with Do Kwon because the SEC is going after him, and the SEC v. Ripple case was cited, and then you have this judge who has been noted as a renegade judge by attorney James Murphy. That's what he called him, a renegade judge. And this is, by the way, before he spoke out against Judge Torres in the SEC v. Ripple case. But I just want to point out, even though this judge, Judge Rakoff, even though this renegade judge spoke out against this idea of the asset XRP itself not being a security, just to be clear here, that has no bearing on the actual status of XRP whatsoever. Not even close. The rule of the road, the rule of the land is XRP itself is not a security, whether Judge Rakoff likes it or not. Doesn't change a thing. And no, I don't see XRP price going down explicitly because of this. You know what I do see? I see that XRP jumped up substantially, price almost doubling July 13th in a matter of hours once XRP received legal clarity. That's what I see. That's what XRP did. And then after that, there was a quick correction. People took profit. And then things calmed down a little bit in terms of market activity. And it just resumed doing what it was doing. XRP just continued to move in tandem with the rest of the market. And technically, you could say that it was still moving in tandem with Bitcoin, but the fun thing here, and this is one of those rare examples, XRP led Bitcoin price. There was positivity and excitement for XRP that caused Bitcoin's price to spike on July 13th, which is fun to see, you know. But after that, the point is, after that, XRP just went back to what it's always done, moving in tandem with the rest of the market led by Bitcoin. It did it before the lawsuit began at the end of 2020. And then after the allegations were made that XRP itself is a security and the price of XRP tanked, it was at an artificially suppressed price, but you know what it did after it found that new low level, which is artificial? It just moved in tandem. It still moved in tandem, and it was shackled so it didn't hit a new all-time high in 2021. But even then, it moved along with the euphoria. You could see it on a chart. It moved up to about $2. And then as the euphoria went away, the price for it went back down. And now it's unshackled. The case is over. It ran up, and it's moving in tandem. So consider this, and I've talked about the KIN token before because the SEC attacked it, and it actually got legal clarity a couple months before the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit began. And that damn token, I don't have the chart pulled up for this video, but I've talked about it enough, I don't feel like I need to. But I'll just note, once the KIN token became unshackled, once it got regulatory clarity, because that lawsuit didn't kill it either, over a span of 6 months, it went up what? Was it? I think it was close to maybe 2,000% or so. Whatever the number was stupid. So it didn't happen in the blink of an eye. It didn't happen snap of a finger. It happened over about half a year. So what we're seeing here is normal human behavior. And yeah, it was fun to speculate, might XRP just go run to a new all-time high because it's that big of a deal, it's a large cap coin, and it's going to totally shift the market. Fair to talk about it and question it. I had no problems with those discussions. I talked about it. I was like, I don't know. Is this actually going to be one of those things? But either way, in terms of the degree to which this will positively impact price over time, well, again, not making a price prediction here, but I believe that XRP is unshackled. So was this just this human behavior? Is it unique to the KIN token? I'm skeptical of that. But as far as XRP in the short term here, over the last 24 hours, hitting a low of 62 cents, here's the 24-hour chart on your screen for XRP. Now let me flip to Bitcoin. What do you know? Bitcoin getting into the upper 28,000. So why did XRP go down? Because Bitcoin went down. I'm not a chart guy. I don't need to be. I don't even need a special platform to point this out. I'm using live CoinWatch, bitch. I don't need special technology. Let's not add unnecessary complexity to understanding this. Here, I'll flip back and forth between these two tabs so you can see the very similar price action for XRP and Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes down, and then XRP goes down. What do you know? Market moves in tandem. Hard to believe, right? Let's paint a bigger picture, though. Okay, what's been happening over the last 30 days? Here's XRP again. And here, you can see where XRP shot up. I still love seeing that chart. That's a damn cliff right there. Climb that. So you can see what it did. It rocketed up quickly, and then there was a correction, and all that jazz, and people were selling. And you can see with your eyeballs, right? It's been trending down since then. Okay. But here's the Bitcoin. Let me change it. Here's a 30-day chart for Bitcoin. And so here's around the 13th here, so you can see Bitcoin shot up thanks to XRP, by the way. Bitcoin has been going down ever since. If anything, if you look here, I'll flip back and forth between these two charts now. If anything, XRP looks slightly more resilient. If anything. But it's still trended down. So why would we expect, with Bitcoin leading the market, which it always has, that XRP is somehow impervious to this movement now? Now, because it got the legal clarity, now Bitcoin's going to do whatever it wants, and the whole market's going to move in tandem, but then XRP just won't. No. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Ain't happening like that. But that's okay. We don't need it to. I'm just saying that this is regular human behavior, and I don't see why this is scary or why we need to feel beaten down or anything like that. Perfectly reasonable to be asking, why is XRP at 62 cents? You know, you wake up, you check the price like, whoa, that's quite a bit down from the other day or the 2 days before that or a few days before that. Okay, fine. Yeah, I like talking about the topic too, but is it a problem? No, because in fact, I would argue if we didn't get this legal clarity in the SEC v. Ripple case, at which point, mind you, before XRP started running, here you can see it was in the upper 40 cent region. So 47 cents, call it, something like that, 47. It was around there. It's floating around a little bit. Well, Bitcoin probably still would have been doing what it's been doing price-wise otherwise, right? So that means that Bitcoin still would have trended downward over this period of time, and then XRP at the artificially suppressed level, which it still hasn't fully recovered from, I'd argue, anyway, XRP would have continued moving to the downside, right? But starting at a lower level. So what would it now be at? Would it be in the 30-something cent region? Would it be in the lower 40-cent region? I don't know, but wouldn't you hazard a guess that it would be lower than it is now? And look, I still think, like I said a second ago, I still think XRP markets are harmed. I don't think that, I think it's very clear, actually, at this point, that just because we got that ruling on the 13th last month, it didn't fix the 2.5 years of damage caused by the SEC. That's going to take time. But that's okay. We got the ruling we needed. Whatever. If it's still to whatever degree suppressed to a rate that it otherwise wouldn't be, okay. I'm patient. I still think we're going to have euphoric markets. XRP's relisted. I don't see the reason to be feeling down about any of this. And then you have this from chart analyst Credible Crypto. He shared the following with his 343,500 followers on X, formerly known as Twitter. There's a picture here. It's a Bitcoin USD chart, and he references a red and a green region. So in the green region down here, this box, you're looking at a Bitcoin price range of, call it 28,500-ish to, a little shy of 29,000. And then for this red box, somewhere close to 31,000 to basically $31,400. And he's trying to make a point about the volatility of Bitcoin that's been occurring and how he's not the least bit intimidated by this or finds it alarming. So he wrote the following. Beautiful test of our green zone here. This is where I expect bulls to hold for a move up to all those unswept highs and potentially the red supply zone above. And he's not the only one that's been thinking this. In fact, if you go to the Daily Hodl article here, they're covering perspective from a Glassnode founder, and I've always been a fan of those guys. So here's the headline: "The perfect setup?" ? Don't count on a Bitcoin crash back to $23,000, says Glassnode co-founder. Here's why. And I love historical context. This is fascinating, so check this out. The co-founder of the crypto analytics firm Glassnode thinks the current macro environment offers a perfect setup for riskier assets like Bitcoin to thrive. The pseudonymous analyst Nijin Tropic, I guess, tells his 55,800 Twitter followers that the US dollar index, or DXY for short, is losing steam, which he sees as a positive for Bitcoin. Nijin Tropic also notes that the NASDAQ 100 is nearing its all-time high, which it set in late 2021. And he said, quote, historical data indicates that when NASDAQ regains significant levels, Bitcoin usually catches up within approximately 80 days. The process often starts with the NASDAQ cooling off as capital rotates towards riskier assets. Once the rotation occurs, the NASDAQ tends to take off again, propelling Bitcoin's rise. End quote. And so this is one of the things that a lot of people have been speaking about broadly in crypto, and I brought it up at least a few times on my channel. It's this idea of, if you're looking at how stocks have been performing this year, pretty damn well considering what some doomsday people were saying towards the tail end of last year in particular, looking pretty damn good, up. And so one thing that we were missing that's important to us in crypto was price action in Bitcoin. Not that it hadn't done well this year, of course. You're talking about Bitcoin up since the lows of November, up, call it roughly 100%. So fantastic. But more recently, we've been seeing some downwards price action a little bit sideways price action at a time when equities have been moving to the upside. And what he's saying right here is if you just look historically, though, with a setup specifically like this, as it pertains to the DXY, in approximately 80 days, what you typically see is money flow in after, because you're already seeing with NASDAQ. So it seems like, what it seems like to me? It's just basically money cycling through. So people seeing that, and it could be people ultimately taking profit, and then it goes into Bitcoin, perceived as a riskier asset. And then the same thing happens in the crypto asset class. How many times have we seen this age-old tale? Money flows into Bitcoin first, then into large cap coins, then people take profit there also, and then it goes into medium caps, and so on and so forth. Rinse and repeat. So even if it takes time, I know it feels like forever in the moment to people, but this is why I just recognize that that's what it feels like to people, and then I just don't participate in the gloomy emotions because it's stupid and I'm just not going to do it. I believe I'm here big picture. I'm here for the long haul, and I think that it's not going to matter big picture, and way more money is going to flow into the space, and I'm here for it. And I'm just going to enjoy having skin in the game, watching what happens in the meantime, because it's been one hell of a ride so far. I'll tell you that. And it's only going to get more interesting. Especially, there's so much to look forward to. Have you forgotten about BlackRock? Even if you hate them, which is totally fine. Floodgates opened. If they get approved for that spot Bitcoin ETF, which I'll just dare to guess the answer will be yes. That's my for fun guess. I've been saying that for over a year at this point, I guess. Yeah. Smile, folks. Everything's fine out there. Hopefully most of you are feeling like that anyway. I just got the sense that some people are feeling a bit down, like, oh, we were supposed to have our moon time. Now I'm like, yeah, whatever. It don't matter. It's gonna happen when it happens. We can't control that. Let's just be adults here. It's fine. It's fun to be here even during these times. I'm happy. I just put a smile on. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.